So, there is a difference between the legislation passed by both Democrats and Republicans. So, I will go through their landmark acts and legislation. Starting with the Democrats, we have the Social Security Act of 1935, passed by Lyndon Johnson, the Fair Labor Standards Act of 1938, which established federal minimum wage, maximum work week, and outlawed oppressive child labor. Then we have the Civil Rights Act of 1964, signed again by Lyndon Johnson, which legally ended segregation in public spaces and banned discrimination based on race, color, religion, etc. And of course, we have Medicare and Medicaid, the landmark Affordable Care Act passed by President Obama, which gave insurance coverage to millions of Americans. Now, to Republicans, we will start with the notorious Ronald Reagan. Sometimes I imagine a timeline where he never existed, but every problem that we have has been started by a Republican president. Pre-Ronald Reagan, there were actually movements to make college free, but of course, Reagan said, no, why would I do that? One of Ronald Reagan's education advisors, Roger Freeman, told him in an interview, "We're in danger of producing an educated illiterate. We have to be selective of who we allow to go to higher education." Basically saying, you cannot control an educated American populace. Reagan's administration also took a hard stance against labor unions. He notably fired Air Force traffic controllers, which critics say led to decades-long stagnant wages. Now, moving on to the infamous Reaganomics. Advocates argue that spurred a massive 96-month economic boom and job growth. However, critics say that the trickle-down economics approach widened the wealth gap, did little to overstop overseas manufacturing, and caused harm to the national debt. All of this was under Republican. So, Democrats, the party that passed civil rights, voting rights, began Head Start, nearly eliminated the deficit, left a surplus, protected the environment, eliminated pre-existing conditions, picked the first woman nominee for president, voted in the first woman vice president, elected the first woman Speaker of the House, gave us the first woman Secretary of State, Attorney General. It also gave us the first Latina justice, the first Jewish woman justice, and the first Black woman justice. So, as I've said before, you can dislike both sides, but do not say that they are the same because they are clearly not. Be informed.